for anyone listening. Like when I published that first blog post, my palms were sweaty. And if you read the book, I described this. Like it took me 30 minutes. I had written the whole piece and I was like, had my hand on the publish button. I sat in my chair for 30 minutes, a half hour, palms sweaty. And every time I thought I was about to click it, I would be like, no, I can't do it.
But one of the things that I was really in awe of your personal story was how you were just seemed so courageous and so unafraid to, even at a young age, to really speak up for yourself, even when you're writing in your blog and there's like backlash to like keep on going. Like, can you tell us more about that? Because that is something that's totally missing in my I'm afraid. I'm like, oh no, people are going to critique me.
Yeah. I think the fear is definitely there. And I think that's why I believe so firmly in the practice of courage. And like courage has been my guiding light. And actually, um, the year or two before I started Colorism Healing officially, I made courage my word of the year.
Mhm.
So my task for the year, instead of a New Year's resolution, I was like, my theme is just going to be courage. So every day I have to do something courageous. And so I think I want to demystify it in that sense and saying that it's something that I set a clear intention to build my courage. And it was something that I worked on for an extensive period of time, at least a couple of years, consciously trying to cultivate courage and reading things about courage. Audre Lorde's essay, The Transformation of Silence into Language and Action, is something I reread. And especially back then, I was rereading it multiple times. And so the premise is that we think our silence is going to save us, right? Because we're afraid to speak up. And she was like, well, even if we stay silent out of fear, we realize our mortality still exists, right? And other people have described it as like, no matter what you do, 30% of the people will love it, 30% will hate it, and 30% will never know it existed, you know? And so it's something that I've consciously worked at. And I think I set that intention because I cared so much about the issue.
Yeah.
I was like, this is something that I think really, really needs to exist in the world. And so I have to build whatever in me it takes to be able to say it. And one thing I say too is that as recent as, and it's interesting because I was in Hawaii when this happened, and I think it was 2022, maybe 2022, November 2022, and it was my mom's birthday, so she was in Hawaii with me, and there was a film, a beloved film. I think I talked about this in the book as well. Everyone loved this film, and I was like, I see colorism in the film. But I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to say that because everyone loves it, and I don't want to be that person. But like I
Which
started like,
film can you say?
oh yeah, it was Black Panther 2. Black
Oh,
Panther. Yes, yes,
yes.
yes. Like I don't want to be attacked
Yeah.
for offering a critique of a movie that people were really, really supportive of. But like the universe, I started like bumping my elbow, I started stubbing my toe. I was getting like physical injuries on my body. I was like,
You
I
better talk
think
about this.
I think I need to let this out. And it ended up being one of my most viral posts, even to this day. And it led to like people asking me to talk about it on radio shows. Because when I found the courage, I could have stayed silent, but I was like, no, clearly my spirit, my body even is telling me this needs to be said. For you, you need to have this release. But the amount of people who said, I saw it too. I felt this too. I didn't think anyone else was going to mention this, right? And so you're constantly reminded of the power of when you find the courage to speak your truth, the universe will show you like the magic and the power in that. And so it's worth it every time.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I mean, I think I love hearing that story about finding the courage to do that and overcoming your fears, doing it, and how the universe just opened up with more opportunities for you to speak on it.
Yeah, yeah. And I will also say for anyone listening, like when I published that first blog post, my palms were sweaty. And if you read the book, I described this. Like it took me 30 minutes. I had written the whole piece and I was like, had my hand on the publish button. I sat in my chair for 30 minutes, a half hour, palms sweaty. And every time I thought I was about to click it, I would be like, no, I can't do it. So, and I'm sharing that because I think sometimes people think, oh, I feel fear, and so I just can't do it. And I think there's like a tipping point.
Yeah.
There's a tipping point where if you sit with the fear long enough, that you will take the courageous action.
So thank you again. If this episode, if this podcast has touched your heart, please share it with others. Please leave me a rating and review so we can reach the hearts of even more change makers like you.